please tell us your name and spell your first and last name for the report?
My name is Stephanie Franklin, Stephanie, Franklin, Franklin.
Ms. Franklin, did you know Jade Benning during her lifetime?
Yes, sir.
When did you first meet her or come to know her?
I met Jade when I learned that my daughter and she were in the same dance class when they were around 4 or 5 years old. And they clicked, and I met Jade's mother at that same time.
And where was that with respect to at least the city and state?
In Little Rock, Arkansas.
And what is your daughter's name?
My daughter's name is Lindsay Jones. Well, Wallace now. She's married.
So, initially, your daughter, Lindsay, and Jade were 4 to 5 years old, dance class.
Yes,
You
sir.
can speak your answer.
I'm sorry. Yes, sir.
And you met, I believe you said, Jade's mother
Yes.
at that time. And so, were they living in Little Rock?
Yes, sir.
On how many occasions, and we're talking about during this age group, and I'll ask as they get older, but at this time, at that age, 4 or 5 years old, how often would you see little Jade Benning?
The beginning, it only took a few weeks, but for it to grow into a almost every day or every other day interaction.
Now, did your daughter and Jade go to preschool together?
No, sir.
Now, as they got a little older, did they maintain their friendship?
Yes. They ended up going to the same middle school and celebrating birthdays, special events. We were with each other all the time.
And did you establish and maintain a friendship or relationship with Jade's mother?
Yes, sir.
And what was that interaction like with respect to, like, how many times would you see Jade as a young child?
All the time. Special events, birthdays, weekly outings, dinner dates. There were standing dinner dates on specific nights. I mean, it was a regular. She was like a second child to me.
On occasion, do sleepovers at your house?
Sleepovers at my house, or
How about your daughter?
my child over at her house, or her grandparents' house even.
As they got even older, into the teenage years, what was the relationship like at that point?
All through middle school, leading up to teenage years, we all were at the same school. I actually taught at the school where they attended. So they were with me all the time, before school, lunch, after school, when there was a problem. I was kind of like their school mom. And of course, my daughter was there too. And then after their middle school years, they decided to go to 2 different high schools in Little Rock due to their choices of what they were interested in. My daughter went to an arts magnet, and Jade chose to go to Central. So while they were not in the same school, we still attended games, ball games to see or cheer, competitions, dance recitals, special events. We still went out to dinner. We still hung out, all those things.
When you say competitions and cheers, what sort of cheer?
My daughter and Jade were both cheerleaders
At their respective high schools?
at middle school, and then continued on to at their respective high schools.
And with respect to any other competitions, activities that you knew Jade to be involved in?
I mean, she would come support my daughter because my daughter was a dancer also and had dance recitals, and so she would come and watch and support. We had regular sleepovers still from time to time as they got older.
Now, did they both, to your knowledge, stay in dance all the way up through elementary school, middle school, and
Yes, sir.
high school?
My daughter cheered the whole time. Jade cheered the whole time. Jade was actually captain at Central High School of the cheer squad.
And don't want to get too deep in the weeds about this, but Little Rock High School, how big a school is that?
3,000 to 4,000 student population. It changes throughout the years, probably more when she was there than today.
So was Jade being captain of the cheer squad a big thing?
Oh, it was a huge thing, a huge responsibility. Their squad had, first it was leadership position, but was held in high regard for anyone who was selected. And it speaks to her light and how she was able to bring people together.
As your daughter and Jade progressed, did there come a time when they graduated from high school?
Of course, and thankfully.
And college was next.
Yes, sir.
Did they maintain that friendship and you as well with Jade Benning, her family?
Yes, sir. They chose different routes for college as well as young people. My daughter chose to go and follow her mom in education. And Jade decided that, college wasn't for her at a certain point, and that she wanted to be a chef, so she went that route.
Let me say that route. Was there a culinary school?
Yes. It was like I guess what would you call a vocational college. And she went to a culinary school and graduated.
Did you become aware at some time that Miss Benning, Jade Benning, relocated to Nashville, Tennessee?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I knew that she wanted to spread her wings and venture out. She was tenacious in that regard and independent. And so I knew that she had her sights set and moved to Nashville, and that she was able to secure a job cooking. Yeah, in her field, cooking, and an opportunity to do what she loved.
Did you have any appreciation of why she chose Nashville? Did she have any relatives here?
Well, her stepmom lives outside of Nashville, and she has a half sister in the area as well. And then,
would it be fair to say you know pretty much all about her family?
yes, sir, and even a relationship with the person who was in ownership of the restaurant where she was going to, where she did cook, but where the offer came from.
You recall when the last time may have been that you saw Jade Benning alive?
I think it was when we had a dinner back in Little Rock.
And when Ms. Benning would come back to Little Rock, would you normally see her?
Most of the time, yes. If my schedule allowed me to be there, I'd be there.
And so, looking back on it, do you recall that event, that family dinner?
It's hard to go back to those memories, but yes.
What was her mood, her
She was
attitude, her demeanor? What was she like at that time?
She was pure Jade, excitement, her whole life ahead of her, just happy. That's her.
Did you stay in any type of communication with Miss Benning after that? Like phone or text or?
Directly, we didn't communicate as much as Jade and I together as she got older, but Bridget and I are her mom. I'm sorry.
Was that his first?
I would say best friends. So yes, kept tabs nonstop. And Jade and I would text, Mother's Day. I always got a message from her. Birthdays, there was interaction.
And you're spending your daughter kind of went separate ways, professionally or educationally. But your knowledge, did your daughter, Jade Benning, stay in touch?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever have the opportunity to come to Nashville and visit Miss Benning while she was alive here?
No, sir.
Did there come a time when you learned that she was expecting?
Yes, sir.
How did that come about?
Her mama confiding in me.
Just go back to you and her mother being such close friends.
Mm-hmm.
You recall approximately when that was?
I want to say it was sometime in December. And it may have been toward the end of November, but sometime around that holiday season.
And did you share that news with others?
No. Bridget and I have a cloak of trust as best friends do. And so she confided in me. And until I had permission, I did not. But Bridget and I talked about it regularly after she told me.
So, if you're saying you kept up with the progress of the pregnancy and things that were going on, and were you planning to participate whenever the time came, baby showers, whatever you could do?
I mean, of course.
When I get to the night, the call, did there come a time when you received a call concerning Jade Benning's health and welfare?
Yes, sir. Actually, I was notified because my husband was called by Jade's, I hate to say stepdad, I'm going to say bonus dad. They're also friends. And when the call came in, and I was told, just I was a little bit in shock. And of course, Bridget was on the other line, not able to call me herself, so, it was, I need to talk to Bridget.
You're still in Little Rock, correct?
Yes, sir.
Should have asked. That's
Yes, sir.
through the years. So, what, if anything, did you do upon receiving the call?
I immediately demanded to talk to Bridget. And so when I got to talk to Bridget. Of course, she and Lynn were already en route to Nashville. And I told her, I said, I'm coming. I told her, I said, I got to get a couple hours of sleep because it was late term. And then, of course, I just told her I would be there and I would leave in the morning and drive, and that the girls may come with me. And then when I said the girls, she knows what that means, but that's my daughter and some other close family friends. And so then I immediately called my daughter and told her, and we made plans what time to meet and what time we were going to leave.
And do you recall approximately what time you left Little Rock to come to Nashville?
Sometime in the morning, early. I mean, it's like 6, 7. Had to pick up my daughter and then also get another friend.
I don't necessarily need to ask what was said, if anything, but were you in communication and being updated on Jade's condition during the drive?
And of course.
When you arrived here in Nashville, where did you go immediately?
I went directly to the hospital.
Do you recall approximately what time it may have been when you got there?
It was early afternoon. I wouldn't say midday. It was early afternoon.
And when you arrived, where did you go? Arrived by that, I mean, at the hospital.
Straight to ICU.
And were you permitted to see Jade?
I went straight to the waiting room first, and that's where I got to meet Bridget and Lynn and everybody else that was there.
Were there a number of people there? That
Family members, yes.
And when you saw, you said this meeting was in the ICU. When you saw her, what did you see? Could you describe what you saw?
Jade was laying there with tubes and wires connected and machines functioning for her. And I saw her pregnant belly pooch.
How long did you stay in Nashville?
Got here on Sunday. 4 days.
And during that time, were you frequently at the hospital?
If I wasn't sleeping or driving to and from.
At any time before you arrived at the hospital, had you heard the name Blaise Taylor?
Yes. Yes.
And from
From Bridget.
had you ever met anyone by that name?
No.
Did you meet anyone at the hospital during the days that you were there named Blaise Taylor?
No.
So have you ever seen him or spoken to him?
Not in person.
Have you spoken?
No.
Focusing back at the hospital, police investigation?
I became aware.
Did you become aware? And were there officers and or detectives at the hospital on and off, or at least that you saw and spoke to there?
I never met anyone directly that I recall, but I saw people, and they would pull Bridget and Lynn and Dennis and Andrea.
Did there come a time when you went to the apartment?
I did.
Miss Benning's apartment?
Yes, sir.
Tell us how that came about.
My best friend was falling apart, and she wasn't going to leave her child's side, which I understand. But it was driving her crazy to know answers, to just see what in the world was happening, trying to make sense of something. So Bridget and I discussed it.
And was the decision made, at least between the two of you at least, that you would go to the apartment?
Yes, I'd be her eyes and ears.
Did you get keys to the apartment?
From Bridget.
Had you ever been there before?
No.
I might ask if you ever been to Nashville, but so
No.
were you given directions or?
I was given the address. GPS.
Who, if anyone, went with you?
My daughter Lindsay, Jada, Summons, and Nigella.
Now, ask about Nigella. Would that be Nigella Jackson?
Yes, sir.
Did you know her prior to this incident?
When I say girls, she's included in that group.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Going back to
Sleepovers, celebrations, cheer, all the things.
And so, then was she, being Miss Jackson, also a part of the growing up in
Yes, sir.
the Little Rock? Prior to going to the apartment, what, if anything, did you do to prepare for going there and entering?
My son is a police officer in Little Rock, and
Let me just, without going into it, did you get some suggestions from him?
yeah, of course,
And
I
did
called.
you follow those suggestions?
I called him and told him what I was getting ready to do, and then I had to do it for Bridget. And so I asked him.
Well, I know, so what did you do to prepare?
I called my son and I told him what I was getting ready to do and asked him how do I honor what my friend needs and do it in the best, carefulest way, not knowing all the details, but knowing what little information I had with how she got to be, how Jade got to be in the hospital. And that he told me.
And did you follow those instructions or advice?
Yes, the ones he gave me.
Did you procure any hand protection?
I did.
Tell us about that.
He told me you need to have gloved hands, you need to not touch anything, try not to touch anything you don't have to touch to gain entrance. And you need to record and take pictures or still shots of anything that you feel needs to be documented for Bridget to see. And then get out. Don't stay there.
When did you go to the apartment? Was it daylight or dark?
It was around dusk on the day that I got there.
And would that have been the 26th?
Yes, sir.
And you told us who went with you, so when you arrived, did you take pictures?
I did.
Did you also take videos?
I did.
And did you take any items from the apartment?
One.
Our court's permission. I'd ask these to be passed to the witness. Ms. Franklin, you're being handed two items, one envelope that contains a USB. But as far as the photographs are concerned, would you look through those and see if you recognize what is depicted?
Yes, sir.
And you would open the envelope and be sure it does have I believe it has a tag. It says S. Franklin. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, I would move those to 14. Ms. Franklin, which were done first? Photographs or the videos? Or were they video and a photograph, video and a photograph? Or how was the process done?
Room by room, area by area, video and photographs together in the same areas.
And what did you use to capture both the video and the photographs?
My personal phone.
Cell phones. All right. If we could. Now, Ms. Franklin, you've had an opportunity to review these, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And we have muted each of the videos because what was said is really not between you and Jade and Jaya is not relevant. So, as we play these one by one, since there will be no audio, can you narrate, tell us what we're seeing?
Yes.
Video number one.
This is,
And we can't stop, obviously.
as soon as you walk in the apartment and open the door, you're in the kitchen. And so this is immediately entering the door, panning the kitchen area. This is the countertop. I knew that I knew Jade had a at-home date set, and I knew that because she loves to cook, you see food over on the stove area and the counter, and then the result of their kind of paint at home.
So it'd be fair to say
Activity.
that there were some things you expected to see, is that correct?
Correct. And then that's Jada and Nigeria.
And again, it's muted, but were you having conversations?
Of course.
And were you apprised of the fact that Nigeria had been there before?
No.
Okay, so you didn't know whether she had.
Nigeria is Jade's best friend,
Yes.
so I'm sure.
Now we're moving to video number 2. Where are we now?
Standing in the living room, facing the second bedroom and panning from the other direction.
Looking back towards the kitchen.
Yes, and she looks surprised because I'm telling her to get out of the way. And that's my daughter that you saw a glimpse.
Now, video number 3. What are we?
The image of where Jade's camera usually sits. Or is expected to be sitting.
I believe if you touch the screen on the thing that's down there, you can make a circle. So, kind of where the camera usually sits, could you circle that area? So, no camera there, correct?
Correct. Correct. Would you like me to clear that?
I can. And now, number 4. Where are we now?
Jade's bedroom.
And what, if anything, are we seeing there?
You're seeing a scan of her bedroom, but there's also the camera right there.
Now, if we, again, pause it right there and do the same, could you circle? And were the blinds in that condition when you went in and filmed this?
Yes, sir.
Did you touch anything at that point?
No.
Right, and now, lastly, video number 5.
It's panning from the other direction of the other side of the room.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, we can publish the photographs. And these have been arbitrarily A through K, I believe. But what are we seeing here in this picture?
Camera outside in the hallway, on the ceiling, walkway area of the entrance walkway to Jade's front door.
And what about this?
Jade's art. No, her handwriting.
And the third.
Presuming that's Blaise's.
Now, we had a picture of the refrigerator. Well, the refrigerator was in the video, but I
Yes, sir.
opened the door and just the picture of the interior of the refrigerator that was in the video.
Yes, sir.
And did you remove any items or place any items there that weren't there to start with?
No, just opened it.
What is this a photograph of?
Open trash can at the end of the bar, in the kitchen.
Do you recall what may have been in it?
I didn't dig in it. I just saw what was there on top.
Was there any other trash receptacle that you saw that had anything in it?
We did look at the trash cans in the bathrooms. They were empty.
And was there any other trash anywhere in the kitchen other than this one?
Not that was visible.
And the next photograph, what are we seeing here? And again, if you could tell us what it is.
So the camera on the ledge in Jade's bedroom, facing out.
Okay. And does it appear to be plugged in?
Yes, sir.
And is this another view of the camera? This one showing the lens facing.
Yes, sir.
And now moving on, we saw the video of the bed frame. Was there anything on about the bed that attracted your attention?
Yes. On the bedspread, it appeared to be throw up or vomit.
And in looking at it, did it appear to be of any particular color?
Pink.
Now again, having talked to your son and preparing this, what, if anything, did you do with the comforter, with this object?
I took it. I decided to take it, but I didn't. I decided to take it with us.
This is, next picture is to see more close up. And were these pictures taken prior to you touching this item?
Yes.
And in fact, did you touch it and for any other purpose than to remove it
No.
and preserve it?
No.
And what, if anything, were you able to put it in?
A trash bag. I told them to get a trash bag.
And was it one that was already there at the apartment?
Mm-hmm.
Now this next photograph of the vehicle with license plate. Are you familiar with that vehicle?
Yeah.
And whose vehicle is that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Bridget and Lynn's.
Now we talked about you removing the comforter. Do you recall whether or not there was any other item that you took along with it?
No, I just
And how did you go about?
folded it within itself and stuffed it in the bag with my gloved hand and tied the bag off in the apartment.
And last, talked about a trash bag and
That's it.
you know,
That, yes, yes, sir.
so you were there, you looked around, did you check out anything else as far as whether the windows were locked or anything to do with touching the apartment or touching anything in the apartment?
No, other than, I mean, there was discussion on whether to leave the blinds up in the bedroom and the camera location being weird because, I mean, Jade, yeah, we talked about that and whether or not we should close the blinds.
And do you recall whether or not you did or didn't close the blinds?
They were closed when we left.
And how about about the camera? Was it left in the same location or moved back to the kitchen?
No, Nigella was adamant about moving it back to the kitchen where it's supposed to be.
And other than that, was anything else manipulated, that is being moved, anything added or taken away?
No, we talked about private property of Jade's, but didn't touch anything else, didn't take anything else.
And when you arrived there, was the door locked?
Yes,
And when you left, did you relock the door?
of course.
I guess the question is, why did you take it upon yourself to essentially do police work?
Because Bridget was hurting and Bridget wanted answers, and Bridget and I were both pissed. Excuse my French. We were angry. Didn't seem like anybody was doing anything. It didn't seem like things were moving.
The pace was too slow.
No answers. Why do you have a child on life support? No answers.
Was this any attempt on your part to interfere with the investigation?
No, I would never.
As far as packaging the item that we see here in the trunk of this first vehicle, what did you do with it when you left the apartment?
Called, told him I was headed back. What I had, meet me at the car, because I'm going to give it directly to Jade's parents.
Did you give them the keys back to you?
Yes. They met me at the car.
Now, as far as the exterior of the apartment complex, did you do anything with respect to looking around there? Or
Yeah. Tried to see if there was any trash or anything that was obviously in the dumpster, but not digging in dumpsters. And they were huge. Then there was a neighbor out walking their dog, and I asked her if she knew Jade.
so,
And she explained, and our conversation led to the fact of ambulances there the night before. She didn't know her. I gave her my number.
so you get back to the hospital, essentially, as far as the evidence is concerned, it's still in the bag the last time you saw it, correct?
Correct.
And as the days went on, did you find that there was a police investigation going on and detectives who were working the matter?
Yes, I knew that finally there were people talking to Bridget and Lynn and listening.
From the time you packaged the comforter in the trash bag until it was delivered there in the trunk of the vehicle, did you open it at any time during the transport?
No.
Add anything to it
No.
or touch it with your bare hands?
No, sir.
I know you testified that you had on gloves, rubber gloves or latex.
I'm not a medical professional, but yeah.
I was gonna say-
Blue gloves from the hospital.
From the hospital, And when you packaged up the comforter, could you feel through the things any moisture or whether the area that we've seen highlighted?
No, but I mean, that's one of the things I noticed when it looked like vomit, because there seemed to be a moisture ring several inches outside where the vomit was. And I'm a mom, seen lots of vomit, cleaned up vomit. And I'm an educator, so seen it there too.
Teacher.
And that looks like there was moisture added at some point or an attempt to wipe it or something.
Those are my questions.
Questions on that? Okay.
Good afternoon, Ms. Frank. I know this is extremely difficult. I can't imagine what you've been through. I appreciate you being here today and answering all these questions. I want to start by talking, kind of going back to the beginning of your testimony, and talking a little bit about kind of your background relationship with Jade and Bridget, okay? So, obviously, you've testified, you've known Jade almost her whole life, right? Is that right?
A long time.
And it sounds like you were a really big part of Jade's life when she was young, when she was growing up. Is that right?
Yes.
And you mentioned Bridget is probably one of your best friends now,
Correct.
and she has been for a long time.
Yes.
And you all are from Arkansas, right?
Yes, sir.
And you still live there now.
Yes, sir.
You still live in the same area as Bridget, is that right?
I mean, we live in central Arkansas now. I don't live in Little Rock anymore.
I gotcha. Okay. About how many years has it been since Jade has kind of lived in the same area that you and your daughter do?
From today?
Well, I guess it's been a few years since this incident, but since she passed away. So when, at the time that she passed away, how long had it been since you guys all had lived in the same area?
Probably 3 to 4.
So kind of like the college time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Which makes sense with what you were describing, that your kids both went away to college and you stayed in contact, but as naturally happens, you know, you're not as in daily touch, right?
Correct.
And at the time, in 2022, 2023, when Jade was living in Nashville, this is kind of, is it fair to say this is the time in your life, in her life, that you were describing where you're talking to her at Mother's Day or birthday or maybe a big holiday. Is that right?
Correct.
But not necessarily like every week or even every couple weeks.
Correct.
So you're still keeping up with what's going on because your families are close, but you and Jade are not in daily contact. Is that right?
Correct.
So you're not, you yourself at least, are not sort of, you don't have personal knowledge of what's going on in Jade's day-to-day life. Is that fair?
I have snippets because of Bridget.
Sure. I get that. But you and Jade are, she's not filling you in personally on what's going on in her day-to-day life. Right?
No, she's not.
So she's not calling you saying, oh, I went on this date, it was great, and that sort of thing.
No.
And you don't have personal knowledge of, you know, some of these lifestyle kind of things, like is she drinking or doing drugs, or how well she's doing, or she's totally clean. Like, you don't know personally how she's doing, right?
I know she's well,
I got you.
happy.
Yeah, because when you talk to her, she seems like she's doing great, right?
When I talk to Bridget on a daily basis, yes.
When you're talking to Bridget, and Bridget's talking to Jade, so it's coming second, third hand, right?
Yes, sir.
But you're not there kind of involved in her daily social life, right?
I'm not in Nashville, no.
And similarly, with the relationship with Blaise, how things are going, you don't have any sort of first-hand observation experience as to her relationship with Blaise.
No.
In terms of this situation, on February 25th, 2023, you found out pretty quickly, is that right?
Yes, sir.
I think Bridget found out and she called you as one of her best friends almost immediately.
No, her husband called.
Her husband called. Okay, I'm sorry. But so her husband called almost immediately.
I'm assuming as quickly as they found out.
And they were already on their way to Nashville.
Correct.
The information that you received very quickly from her husband, were you, and I don't need to know the exact details, but were you kind of filled in on what people were saying about what happened, what Nigel Jackson was saying about what happened? Were you told all that information?
I was told that there was a phone call. I was told that something happened to Jay. And there was a phone call that Bridget received from Nigel, hysterical.
Okay.
And Nigel shared that.
And I don't need to know what Nigel said exactly, but just that she was making some allegations about Mr. Taylor.
Nigel was reporting what she said,
Okay.
what she saw,
Bridget
what occurred.
was telling you that Nigel was telling her some things about it, right?
Yes,
Right from the get-go.
Nigel shared.
Okay, you don't want her to get into it, or you do?
This is. I'm sorry. Let me clarify that. I'll ask the question a better way. In that very initial phone call, was it your understanding that somebody was saying Mr. Taylor was the reason that Jay was in the hospital?
That's a trick question.
I didn't mean it to be a trick question. I'm not trying to trick you, I promise. I just want to know kind of...
His name was mentioned, yes.
Okay. So you hop in a car and you start... The next morning, you hop in the car.
Correct.
You indicate to Bridget that you'll be there for her as soon as you can. Is that fair?
Correct.
I want to get it right. I want to make sure that I'm accurate about what I'm understanding.
What's your question?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to be...
What is your question?
Okay. Approximately how long is it from Little Rock to Nashville?
5 to 7 hours, depending on traffic.
So you arrived about midday on the 26th?
I arrived a little bit after lunch, kind of early afternoon.
Okay. And tell me again who you drove with. I know your daughter, and who is the other person?
Jada Summons,
Jada Summons. Okay. And how old is Jada Summons?
same age as Jade and my daughter. Jade's 1 year behind them, but same age group.
During that car ride, did you discuss with your daughter and Jada Summons the things that you had learned the night before?
Of course.
When you got here, you went immediately to the hospital.
Correct.
You met with Bridget and the other people who were there. Is that
Correct.
right? At the time that you went to the hospital, and I think you indicated this, I just want to make sure I'm understanding the scene, there were already police officers there?
No, sir.
Not at the time you went to the hospital.
No, sir.
How long were you at the hospital with Bridget or other people before you saw police officers there?
I don't even recall seeing them when I got back.
What do you mean when you got back?
When I left to go to Jade's apartment and came back from Jade's apartment.
Okay, let me clarify. When
Did you see police when you first got to the hospital?
No, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay. So when you first got to the hospital, you didn't see
That's
police.
what I just asked.
No.
I understand.
You don't have to repeat everything. These smart people right over here heard it all, what she's testified to.
Well, I heard the first time she said she saw police officers, so I'm trying to clarify and make sure I heard it right.
Well, you can't be testifying either.
Okay. When did you first see police officers at the hospital?
Did you ever see police officers at the hospital?
I saw, I'm assuming it was a detective. He was not in police clothing, but there was a badge. So it was the second or the third day of me being in Nashville.
So you never saw law enforcement until the second or third day you were in Nashville?
That is what I recall.
During your discussions with Ms. Burke, was it your impression that law enforcement was involved on the first day that you were in Nashville?
Miss Burks.
Ms. Burke.
So Bridget,
Bridget.
can you ask the question again, please? I was focused on you saying her name wrong. Sorry.
My apologies. During the first day you arrived in Nashville, during your discussion with Miss Bridget Burks, is that right?
Yes.
When did you first become aware from Miss Burks that law enforcement was in fact involved with the case?
One more time, fluidly, please.
Sure. No problem.
I want to make sure I give you the correct answer, so
Absolutely. After your arrival in Nashville on the first day, on February 26th,
okay.
during your discussions with Ms. Bridget Burks, when did you first become aware that law enforcement was involved in the case?
Second or third day. Second day, I would say.
So at no time prior to the third day was there ever a discussion that there have been detectives talking to us, there were police here last night, that never came up at all?
Second day, I saw. Second day we talked.
That's when you saw police?
Second or third day is when I saw police. Yes, Bridget shared that she had had a conversation, where the detectives had been in touch. I saw what I thought was a detective come and speak to them at the hospital. They would pull them in a room.
Now, you were in pretty regular contact with Ms. Burks between the time that she or her husband notified you and you arrived at the hospital on the 26th, is that correct?
As much as can be.
Sure, texting, calling, all that stuff, right? And at no time during those conversations did she inform you that there were in fact police officers at the hospital the night before, is that right?
Yes, she shared there were police officers.
Oh, so you were aware that law enforcement was involved in the case?
Well, I was told that some police officer, I don't know if it was somebody that came in special, or it was a police officer that's assigned to the hospital. I don't know, but talked to Nigella.
Okay, so there was a police officer that talked to Nigella, and you were aware of that maybe before you got to Nashville.
I don't think I knew that before I got to Nashville. I don't think we talked about that before I got to Nashville.
When did you have that conversation?
I don't recall the exact time that I had that conversation.
That wasn't on your drive?
On my drive, I'm talking about my daughter's best friend being on life support.
Okay. Well, let's talk about then, let's move on, I guess. Let's talk about the decision to go to Jade's apartment.
Sure.
So you get in town, you meet with Miss Burks, and how long from the time when you arrived in town, shortly after lunch, was it before you and Miss Burks discussed you going to Jade's apartment?
There wasn't an isolated discussion.
Okay. With several discussions?
Comments about how bad Bridget wanted to know.
Okay. Was that like immediately that you got in town?
No, immediately we were focused on Jade.
Immediately focused on Jade. So, when did you actually go to the apartment?
The night that I got there.
So,
The evening that I got there.
6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, do you have about approximate time?
No, I don't recall the exact time. I know that by the time we got to her apartment, it was dark.
It was dark, and this is February, right?
Correct.
Do you know if it was 11 o'clock at night?
No, sir.
Okay, so before 11, sometime after 4, maybe?
It was closer probably to the 4, 5, 6, 7 time range.
Did you eat dinner that day?
I don't remember what I ate or if I ate. I don't even remember how much I slept.
Do you think it was after dinner time?
I don't know what time. I mean, dinner's variable for people and variable for me.
And I'm not trying to be argumentative, but I'm trying to figure out.
It was dusk when I headed that way. It was dark when we got there.
Okay, so maybe on the earlier side of the evening when you actually went to the apartment. Is that fair?
Earlier being what time, sir?
The 5, 6 instead of the 7, 8 kind of time period?
I wasn't looking at a clock, so I don't know. It was dusk when I left the hospital. It was dark when we got to the apartment. I don't even remember how far the hospital was from the apartment. I cannot give you an exact time and feel like I am being honest with you on an exact time.
Okay. So you and Bridget are discussing that she doesn't feel like things are moving fast enough and she wants someone to go. At no point during those conversations about you going to the apartment is it ever mentioned that, well, let me rephrase this question, let me back this up. When Bridget asks you to go to the apartment, is there ever a discussion about should we talk to police here before you go?
It wasn't Bridget asking me to go to the apartment. It was a discussion between friends, best friends, about what can I do to help?
Okay.
What can I do to help?
That's fair. So during this discussion between friends about what you could do to help, did you ever offer to contact police about going to the apartment?
No.
Did you ever call the Metro Nashville Police Department and say, hey, we think someone needs to go to the apartment? Has that been done yet? Has that been done yet?
No.
Did you ever reach out to Metro Nashville Police Department and say, hey, we're thinking about going to the
She
apartment?
said she never reached out to them at all. No matter what you want to ask her if she said it, she didn't reach out to them.
I understand.
You're asking the same question.
In
over and over.
different ways. I want to make sure that everybody understands it.
Did you ever call the police and say, after I eat dinner, I won't go to the apartment?
No, sir.
Did you ever call the police and say, if I don't eat at dinner, can I go to the?
Yeah, maybe.
No, sir.
No. Just go ask your question and let's get to what question you want instead of repeating them. And your next question is?
I'm sorry, I lost my place. I'm working on trying to find out where I was. I apologize
You
for.
asked her, did she ever contact the police in any way before she went to the department? And her answer was no.
Did you ever discuss contacting the police with Ms. Burks or with any of the people that were going to the apartment?
Not that I recall.
Did you ever consider contacting the police?
Not that I recall.
And at that point, you didn't think that the police were involved in this case? Is that what you indicated?
I didn't see anybody doing anything.
Was it your impression that there was a criminal investigation going on?
No.
Did you think a crime had been committed?
I knew
That's
some.
relevant to whether she thinks a crime was committed.
It's her state of mind, and if she thought a crime had been
Her state of mind doesn't have anything to do with it. So go ahead with your next question.
So in preparing for this venture to the apartment, you contacted your son, who was a police officer, is that correct?
Yes.
And during your conversation with him, did you ask him if you should contact the police here before going to the apartment?
No.
And at no point during that conversation did he advise you to contact the police department, did he?
No.
I heard you indicate the things that he advised you to do when you went to the apartment. It included wear gloves, take pictures, don't stay long. I did not note that you said your son advised you to collect evidence. Is that correct?
Could you ask the question directly?
Did your son ask you to collect anything
No.
while you were there?
No.
So your son did not advise you to collect evidence while you were
He did not say those words.
there. Okay. Did Ms. Burks specifically ask you to bring anything out of the apartment?
No.
Did she specifically ask you to collect any evidence?
No.
Did she specifically ask you to move anything in the apartment?
No.
Ms. Franklin,
Mrs. Franklin.
Mrs. Franklin. I want to show you this. Do you recognize this image?
Yes, sir.
If I represent to you that it's a screenshot from the first video that you put in, does that look accurate?
I mean, without having them side by side, yes.
Sure. Do you recognize this area that it shows?
The counter.
Yes, but that look like Jade's apartment?
It looks like her kitchen.
Her kitchen in her apartment. Okay, and that's from your video, so that's about what it looked like when you went there, right?
What I recall, yes.
Do you recognize this right here?
Can you move your finger for a second?
Sure.
Okay, what directly? Could you give me color? Because there's two objects.
This pink item right here?
No, I don't recall that specifically.
That doesn't look familiar to you from when you were in the apartment?
I don't recall that specifically.
That cup didn't look familiar to you?
I don't recall that specifically.
How about over by the sink right here?
What exactly? Can you point again?
Over in the sink? What
Okay.
is that there?
The pan?
Yeah, the pan, the pot, whatever that is.
Okay.
Did you note any dirty dishes when you were in the apartment?
I cannot recall specifically dirty dishes.
Does that appear to be a clean dish?
I mean, I don't know. It's upside down.
Did you note any unusual smells when you were in the apartment?
Not that I remember.
Am I able to see if I can hook my connector up? So these have been introduced as the exhibits. I don't know the exact numbers, but these were pictures that you took, right? That you've already identified?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to flip through and just ask you a couple questions.
Okay.
This picture, can you just describe what's in this picture?
The inside of Jade's refrigerator in her apartment.
Is there a reason why you took this picture?
I mean, I took pictures of what I thought was concerning or needed to be documented.
What was notable or concerning about the refrigerator?
I was looking for anything pink,
Anything pink?
liquid.
So there's a pink lemonade in there?
Yes, sir.
And this you've already described as the camera, right?
Correct.
And here is the windowsill, or the window shade is up in this picture. Is that correct?
Correct.
And the camera is in the bedroom on this windowsill, correct?
Yes.
And we noted in the other picture that I just showed, the screenshot, the camera's not in the kitchen, right?
Correct.
Sorry. Did you note a gun in the apartment?
I'm sorry.
Did you see a gun in the apartment?
I don't remember seeing the weapon, but I think I saw a holster.
Saw a holster, but you didn't see the gun.
I mean,
Okay. I noticed in those videos that we watched, there was not a video of you moving the blink camera, was there?
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
There was not a video of you moving the blink camera, was there?
No. A video?
Yes.
No.
And there was not a video of you packaging up the comforter, was there?
No.
And there was not a video of you taking the comforter out of the apartment, was there?
No.
And there was not a picture of a washcloth?
No.
Did you also package up a washcloth?
Not that I recall.
You did not remove a washcloth?
Not that I recall.
You didn't take any pictures of a washcloth?
Not that I recall.
Were you the only person who touched the comforter?
I think so, yes.
So nobody else helped you fold it up and put it in the garbage bag?
I mean, I can't testify to remembering if anyone touched the comforter.
And that's not part of the videos that you took while you were in there, right?
No.
Did you bring the garbage bag with you?
Yes.
Did you have to go to the store to buy the garbage bag?
No.
You had it with you already.
No.
Where did the garbage bag come from?
I don't know because I didn't leave the bedroom. I said, get a garbage bag.
So it's possible that came from Jade's apartment?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't bring one with us. That I'm aware, no one had a garbage bag with them when we arrived.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misheard you. You didn't bring a garbage bag with you.
No.
Okay. So just so I understand, so far as you were aware, there was no police officer that gave you permission to go to that apartment?
I did not speak to the police officer.
And not everything that happened in the apartment is on video, right?
No, I didn't record nonstop.
Thank you.
You need to redirect.
Mr. Franklin, you were asked many questions about the time you were out there.
What's your question?
Did you happen to notice that there was a clock that was captured in the video with the time on it?
Yes.
Narrates published that it's the first video still shot.
Okay.
And do we see the time? What is the time?
6:39.
Counsel asked you a number of questions about your relationship. You testified about Ms. Burks, Bridget, and when you learned that Jade was pregnant, was she supposed to tell you that?
Bridget or Jade?
Ms. Burks, Bridget.
Bridget telling me about
Yes.
Jade being pregnant?
You find out later that it was supposed to not be told?
Oh, I mean, no, I found that out when she told me
Okay.
that she was pregnant.
So that's how close you are.
Yes.
Nothing further.
Any other questions?
Ms. Franklin, do you know if that clock in that video is accurate?
Hang on, let him.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No. Have a seat, General Moore. What are your questions?
I didn't hear him get back up.
Do you know if that clock is accurate in that video?
I'm assuming so.
Had you ever been to Ms. Benning's apartment before?
No.
So you don't know if it's accurate, do you?
No.
Thank you.
Did you have other questions?
With respect to the questions about comfort, did you shake it out or fold it up?
No, I folded it up within itself.
So if there was something else in there, it would have been folded up in it.
I did not spread it out. I didn't move it. I folded it up within itself and put it in the bag.
Whatever was in the bag stayed in the bag.
Yes.
That's all.
Was that how you were directed to package up evidence by your son?
No one directed me the way to package.
Now, nothing else, right?
Okay. Great. Thank you. You can step down and have a seat. All right, let's go to the jury. If you'll step down the hallway, we'll take a short break.
Court in a 15-minute recess.